Elon Musk gets red pilled. That's right. The Hollywood elite are having a temper tantrum today over Musk's call to all his millions of Twitter followers to, in his words, take the red pill. Well, we're certainly going to take a look at what's going on here and why Musk's tweet and the hostile reactions to it by our ruling elites are both demonstrating that the populist resistance against our political class is growing bigger and stronger by the day. You're not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you. I hope you're all having a wonderful start to your week. If this is your first time here at our channel and you're looking for a daily white pill of encouragement to help counter all that ridiculous nonsense, the fake news that's spewed out there from our corporatist globalist media, well, then you have found your oasis. We post 2 videos a day analyzing current events and align to some super awesome conservative trends so that you can live in the present in light of even better things to come. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. You're going to absolutely love being a regular part of this channel and interacting with this amazing network of conservatives from all over the world. And speaking of, over to you. Let's start off with our video chat question for the day. What do you think? Do you believe Elon Musk has been red-pilled? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Based on the last few weeks, do you believe Elon Musk has been red-pilled? Because that's certainly what he's claiming. And he's calling on all of his Twitter followers to join him. And can you imagine if they did, if all 34 million of his Twitter followers actually got red-pilled? It's pretty amazing stuff. But before we get into it all, before we do anything else, make sure you click on the link below and check out the awesome video that we put together just for you, featuring our brand new Turley Talks Insiders Club. We're so thankful to those of you who've already signed up, and you're going to love being a part of this massive group of conservatives from all over the world to network with directly. By becoming a member, you'll get more exclusive access to me and our journey together into this new conservative age that we're embarking on each week. You'll get a special deep dive video reserved solely for our Insiders members, about 45 minutes, an hour long. You get access to our private Facebook group that features conservatives from all over the world. Plus, you'll get my monthly reading list to keep you updated on the best and most enriching information that's out there today. You get a number of bonus videos, and you even get some awesome swag, right? Some awesome accessories like our Turley Talks tumbler to put your coffee in or whatever your beverage of choice happens to be, all for less than the price of a cup of coffee a day. So don't wait. Make sure to click on the link below and watch the video on the Turley Talks Insiders Club to get a fuller sense of what you're going to be a part of. This offer to join for such a low price is for a limited time only, so click on that link. It'll be an absolute privilege to journey with you into this new conservative age together. All right, gang, let's have some fun today, shall we? Tesla CEO Elon Musk is turning heads again, fresh off his tweeted out insult to CNN, where he said he was surprised that CNN still exists. Fresh off his confrontation, successful confrontation, I might add, with the left-wing radicals in Alameda County in California, where he has a major Tesla facility. Now Musk has gone all the way, at least in terms of how some left-wing activists disguised as journalists see it. He's gone all the way. Over the weekend, Musk called on all his 34 million Twitter followers to, quote, take the red pill. Now, of course, this expression is no stranger to anyone who frequents conservative social media, certainly this channel as well. But again, just to be clear here, the red pill is a reference to the Matrix movie, where the main character, Neo, is offered a choice to take the red pill, which would open his eyes to the reality of the tyranny under which he was living, or he could take the blue pill, which would effectively enable him to just remain ignorant of his actual imprisonment. And so, in recent years, the term taking the red pill involves a person who is either politically left or even ambivalent, but who suddenly realized the deception we were all living under with left-wing globalists in charge over our lives. And so a red-pilled person joins the true resistance, the rebellion, which is the conservative, nationalist, populist revolution against the liberal left-wing globalists in power, and it's happening all over the world. Now, it's quite clear that Elon Musk, who up to this point has been a fairly reliable leftist, I think that's fair to say. He may be an anti-establishment leftist, but he's certainly no friend of the right, at least up to this point. But over the last few weeks, since the authoritarian lockdown implemented by the particularly left-wing Alameda County in California, where Musk has a Tesla facility, he's been clearly very upset with the Democratic leadership. Last week, he filed a lawsuit against Alameda County to overturn their prohibition against his reopening his factory there, even though the county council has lifted restrictions on other businesses. And he frankly wasn't waiting for the court's decision. He announced that he was opening the plant in direct defiance of the Radical County's lockdown orders. And Musk tweeted out, "I will be on the line with everyone else. If anyone is arrested, I ask that it only be me." And as a result, Alameda County backed down. The officials there did in fact agree to allow Tesla's factory to reopen, which was an obvious win for Musk, who's become a symbol of the massive and growing resistance against excessive government lockdown orders. But left-wing liberals, they're not particularly happy about this. After Ivanka Trump retweeted Musk's call to take the red pill, the co-editor and director of The Matrix, Lily Wachowski, responded with her own tweet, "F both of you." Now, of course, this just was merely parroting what the California Assemblywoman, a Democrat, obviously, right? It goes without saying, in California. Lorena Gonzalez, she tweeted out after Musk announced that he was looking to take Tesla out of California, relocated either to Nevada or Texas. This Lorena Gonzalez responded by tweeting out, "F Elon Musk." So we are seeing a corroborated response here among leftist liberals to this mass uprising against their draconian lockdown measures. And not to be outdone, by the way, in the contest for being most woke, the UK's Daily Mail accused Musk of tweeting out a right-wing meme associated with the extreme views of the white supremacist alt-right, which again, according to the Daily Mail, was congratulated by Ivanka Trump. So what on earth do we have going on here? Well, this was a subject that we broached last week. We also dedicated a full deep dive video for our Turley Talks Insiders Club members on this. So you definitely want to check that out by becoming a member. You're going to love it. But what we're seeing here is that Elon Musk has, over the course of these last several weeks, he's been consistently using rhetoric exemplative of a mass populist uprising. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, pollster Scott Rasmussen and Doug Schoen, so Rasmussen tends to be more Republican, Schoen tends to be more Democrat, they were way ahead of the curve when they published their book, Mad as Hell, back in 2010. It's a very, very good study. Mad as Hell is the title of the book. And in that book, Rasmussen and Schoen found substantial data here in the United States that showed a major paradigm shift taking place among the American electorate. One where the old political divides between left versus right or liberal versus conservative, they were actually dying away. People were no longer seeing themselves in relation to that political paradigm as either being on the left or the right or being liberal versus conservative. It's fascinating stuff because what Rasmussen and Schoen found was that a new political divide was emerging, where more and more people began to see themselves in relation to a new divide between the political class versus the people, or the ruling class versus the ruled. More and more voters began seeing themselves as fighting politically a new enemy. And that enemy was not so much understood in terms of liberal versus conservative per se, or left versus right. The enemy that the voters were beginning to identify was the political class, the ruling class, a class made up of professional politicians, media pundits, professors, Hollywood elite, who voters saw as ruling in accordance with their own interests and for their own benefits, which so often ignores, if not despises, the concerns of the vast majority of people and citizens versus the citizens. So when you had Hollywood elites and members of the political class tweeting out F Elon Musk, all they're doing is corroborating the sentiment felt by tens of millions of people that our ruling elite hate and despise the values that we love and hold dear. So the rhetoric of populism is actually working in both ways. Elon Musk is explicitly stating that the enemy is not Democrats or Republicans per se, or left versus right. The enemy is the ruling class, the political class, and their draconian lockdowns, which are assaults on our liberties and freedoms and our way of life as citizens, as the people. And members of that very political ruling class that he's pointing to are openly expressing their disdain and hatred of this populist revolt. And so, as it turns out, The coronavirus via the lockdowns is only increasing the populist sentiments that were growing long before the pandemic came about. The political scholar Matthew Goodwin cites studies that found that between Lyndon Johnson administration in the 1960s and Barack Obama's in 2012, the percentage of people who felt that the government was being run for the benefit of all slumped from 64% down to 19%. Let that hit you. Back in the 60s, 64% of people believed the government was being run for the benefit of all. 64%. Today, as of 2012, that number's collapsed to 19%. And that collapse coincided with a comparable massive rise in the percentage of people believed that the government was being run for a few big interests. That conviction soared from 27% back in the 1960s. Today, an astonishing 79% believe that. And a comparable collapse in confidence in the political class pervades Europe as well as a worldwide revolution. In a Europe-wide poll, they were asked, do you believe politicians don't care about you or your concerns? The continent average was 63% of Europeans agreed with that statement, that politicians don't care about me or my concerns. So there's a clear chasm that's opened up between the people and the political class. And Elon Musk is exploiting that chasm, and quite effectively at that. Now, whether he's a really true believer or not, who's really been red-pilled, or whether he's just exploiting all this for his own personal gain, regardless, the very fact that he has successfully confronted county officials by tapping into populist rhetoric demonstrates the power and popularity of that rhetoric is growing. It's more powerful than ever before. Now, before you go, you will definitely want to check out my latest video. CNN gets utterly and totally mocked and humiliated because they featured Greta Thunberg on the coronavirus town hall, and Anderson Cooper had a complete and total meltdown. You're going to love it. It's going to make your day. So make sure to click on the link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.